Alright, so I'm looking at the homework for 5.5, and most of this is going to follow the same thing we do. It's solve the triangle, solve the triangle, solve the triangle. Here you're given two angles, so you can easily find the third angle. Here you're only given one angle, so you're going to have to use the law of sines to find the second angle, then find the third angle. Here you're given, state whether the given measurements determine 0, 1, or 2 triangles. So again, we've done plenty like these two, when I'm saying these two. So 5 through, basically 1 through 12, you have good examples. Watch the video on the PowerPoint. It'll be no problem solving 1 through 12. But state whether the given measurements determine 0, 1, or 2 triangles. This has to do, and I'm going to screen right, well, let me zoom in for a bit real quick. So we have a room for screen right. All right. So this has to do with what kind of triangle you make, okay? So here we have a triangle, and we know angle A, all right, side B here, and side A. So, being that angle A is 36 degrees, let me delete this real quick. B is 7, A is 2. What we'd have to do is we need to find the height. Okay, use basic trig functions. So height here, sine of, let's see here, sine of 36 is equal to height over 7. So we'd have to plug in what is 7 times sine of 36. So 7 times sine of 36 is 4.11. Now what that means, I'm going to erase this a little bit. So this is 4.11. It really doesn't make a difference. This right here is really small. In fact, this is smaller than the height. So if your opposite side, if A is less than the height, there is no triangle. There's no way a triangle is formed. Okay, A has to at least be the height. In fact, the shortest distance, you remember back in geometry, the shortest distance from a point to the side is the vertical distance. The perpendicular distance is the shortest distance from the vertex to the opposite side. So A has to at least be equal to the height. If it is, then there's one triangle. One triangle. Okay. If side A here is greater than the height, but less than the side B here, so again, side B, then there are two possible triangles. That's where you get to the acute obtuse triangles. Okay, so an example of that, let me show you an example of that would be, erase this. All right. So let's say A here was 5 instead of, so we know that the height here, 36, that the height here is approximately 4. If A is 5, then that means that 5 could either be formed here, okay, whatever angle B is, or it could be formed here with angle B. So this is kind of like a little isosceles triangle here. So we have two possible triangles, one acute angle and one obtuse angle. Okay, so if A is less than the height, okay, or the altitude, then no triangle. If A is greater than the height and less than the opposite side, the B value or the B side, then there are two possible triangles. Now, what if A is bigger than everything? A is bigger than height and A is bigger than B, then there's only one possible triangle. Okay, and that's if something like, delete this, if A was 8, there's no way so again, our height is 4. There's no way 8 would fit here. It wouldn't make any sense, 8 to fit right here. Okay? Because this would be the biggest side still. If it's inside, that's the biggest side. Because it would be opposite the obtuse angle. So it would have to be over here if A was 8. Okay, to where now that's a bigger angle than B, and you'll find that angle B here would end up being a smaller angle than angle A. Okay, so that's what it means. That's what it means by 0, 1, or 2 triangles. 0 triangles if A is less than the height. 1 triangle is A is between the height and the opposite side, the other side. And it's 1 triangle if A is bigger than both. Okay. Now I just kind of solved number 13 for you, so as long as you take good notes, you have the answer number 13. So let's look at 14. Again, different names, but same concept. Okay. Now we have angle B and side B, so we already know that it's bigger than side C, which means there's only 1 triangle. Automatically, you don't have to worry about it because it's bigger than C, it's bigger than the height. No issue, because yeah, there's no way that again B is always going to be the third side or the other side that doesn't have the angle. All right. That is going to be bigger than the height. So if it's bigger than the C, then it's already bigger than the height. So 1 triangle. All right. Here we have A and B, and again it's less than B, so it's either no triangles or 2 possible triangles. So all we have to do is find the height here. So A, I don't really worry about what that side is. I'm just going to draw the height. B, this is side B, 28. So 73 degrees. So we have sine of 73 degrees is equal to h over 28. So h is equal to sine of 73 times 28. So 28 times sine of 73 is 26.77. So guess what? It is less than both. So no triangle for number 16. No triangle for number 16. Huh, didn't see that coming. Alright, so number 18. So we have side B. It is less than side C. Okay. So here we have, again, either no triangles or 2 triangles. B, C. C is 62, and this is 14. And this is 88 degrees. I don't think this is going to make sense. Because, and just think about this, this is really close to 90 degrees. All right, which means this right here should be, either it's an obtuse angle, okay, but still, if it's obtuse, the highest it could be is 91. That would only leave one degree here, because the whole thing has to add up to 180. So right now I have 92 degrees left for these 2 angles. So this is probably going to be no triangle again. So I'm going to look at this. Is 16 and 18 no triangles? Let me look at the answer key real quick. I will check back. Well, yeah, no triangles. So there we go. So maybe you'll have some different questions. Maybe just it happened to be all the even questions were, not all the even questions, but most even questions were no triangle. Okay. So yeah. That's how we decide if there's 1 or 2 or whatever. Okay. Now, down here, oh, that's right. I discard the screenwriting. Give me a second. All right. So down here, it says there's 2 triangles, and you're going to see that it's less than B, it's less than C, it's less than. Oh, this one is, oh, sorry, you have C here. It's in the opposite place. So C is less than A, and B is less than A. So we know it, but it's really close, so it's going to be bigger than the height. So there's going to be 2 triangles here. Now, down here it says determine the values of B that will produce. Now, this is going to be intervals. Okay, so you got to remember, in order for there to be 1 triangle, basically know there'd be only one possible triangle. That angle, B here, sorry, side B, screen right. So B has to be greater than A. Okay, in this case, because that's your side. That's your side that doesn't have the angle. This is the side that does have the angle. So so basically B has to be bigger than 10. Okay. Now what we'd have to do to find 0 triangles is B would have to be less than the height. And then for 2 triangles, B has to be greater than the height, but less than 10, less than the other side. So I need to find what the height is in this triangle. So again, I'm going to make a triangle. We have angle B here. This is A. Side A is 10. I don't know what B is, but we can find the height by saying 42 degrees here. So sine of 42 is equal to h over 10. So multiply by 10. All right. To get, oh no, don't mean to cross that out. To get, 10 times sine of 42? So 6.69. All right, so which means B has to be, for 2 triangles, bigger than 6.69, but less than 10. And for 0 triangles, less than 6.69. And I just did 23 again. So again, hopefully you took good notes. I'm going to erase it. You can pause it anytime you want, but still. All right. So let me discard those. Again, you may notice the different setup here because I'm doing this on my tablet instead of on my computer. So hopefully it's a little easier to read. Again, this is going to be only like here, just back to I only have one angle, find the missing sides. In fact, let me see what they say for 25. Decide whether or not triangle can be solved using law of sines. Now, if you remember, I only have one angle, which means I need to have the opposite side. So I need to have this side right here. This right here is side, angle, side. That's law of cosines. Okay, this is a no. Same thing here. This only gives me 2 things. This doesn't even give me enough information. This only gives me one angle on one side. So no. Okay. Let me see here. Discard. So this, I'm good. Yeah, if I have 2 angles, easily I can solve for. See, what the question is? Why the triangle can be solved using law of sines? If so, solve it, and if not, explain why. I don't know why there's 2 separate triangles here. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this can't be. Like, the B here can't be. That doesn't work. But A works because I have 2 angles. I can easily find the third, and I already have an angle and the opposite side, so I can easily find C, easily find angle B, and easily find side B. So yeah, I could do that. I can't do this one right here. Okay, you can't do part B. All right. So in these 27, 29, 31, 33, 35, same kind of setup. All right. Either state can't use because it can't solve with law of sines. Okay, either they give you like, let me give you an example here. Nope. So, well, at least all of these can be 36. Yeah, here, 36. They give us angle C, and they give us A and B. I don't give us side C. I need side C or one of these other angles. So number 36, it cannot be solved with law of sines. All right. So for the rest, to see if there's no triangle formed, is, see here they give you A, angle A, is A less than the height. Okay, here, angle A again, is A less than the height. If it's less than B, you have to say, is it less than the height? If it's greater than B, just go ahead and solve for it. Okay, so here B, Well, they give me 2 angles. I'm good to go here. Honestly, just good to go if they give you 2 angles. Okay, no issue. 31. All right. 33. Yeah, it just should be no problem here. Okay, really should be no problem because these are really close together. Shouldn't be an issue for this one. And 35. Yeah, if you look at 35, there's going to be a bit of an issue there. Okay, so that's really going to take care of the homework, on how to do the homework, because most of this is just doing what we did in the PowerPoint. So if you need a refresher, watch the PowerPoint again, and then go back through how I did the previous questions to determine if no triangle is formed. That's going to be based, again, no triangle is only formed. Okay, this happens if, let's say, if I'm given angle A, side A, and side B. All right, and I'll change this up. So let's say I'm given angle C, and I say C, side C and side A. All right, so here, that's the interval. The one that is opposite the angle, okay, is C less, not angle C, is C less than the height, okay? And, well, if it's less than the height, then C is automatically less than A. Okay, so if C is less than both of these, then no triangle. Okay, if this was angle B, side B, and, well, let me say side C and side B. Right here, again, this is the angle and the side. It's the side with the angle, the matching side and angle. Is this B less than C and B less than the height? Is that true? Because if it is, no triangle. All right. Now, if B is greater than H, or B is greater than C or A or whatever side they give us, okay, or in this case, is C greater than H? It says greater than. All right, greater than. Or C greater than A in this case, okay, then solve the triangle. Those cases, if it's greater than anything, if B at the side they give you that corresponds with the angle is greater than anything, then I'm good to go. And if I have 2 angles, I'm good to go anyway. Okay, if I have 2 angles, no problem. That made it real easy to solve for. All right, that's everything for that. I'm going to look at the next lesson and get that posted as well.